What's the deal, y'all? You already know who it is. It's your boy Scorpy. Ow, nigga. Young Socratic that part two after that. So once again, thank y'all. Thank you so much. I love y'all, man. Keep coming to my channel. To know you is to love you. So if you're here, that means you want to know yourself a little deeper, find yourself a little bit more so you can love yourself to that extent. So today is chapter 3 in 7 Laws of Success, which I have handwritten word for word most of the things written down in that book by Deepak Chopra, however you know to pronounce his name. Alrighty, so I made a video just before this and the fucking phone slipped and I ended up pushing stop and it's all good, but everything happens for a reason. Alright? Obviously just man, it is what it is. The law of karma though, I'm probably gonna make an example of how the last video was, but listen. This is law number 3 of karma. Now, some of y'all don't believe in karma, which just to me doesn't make sense. It just means you just don't understand it. And I mean, all right, so the simplest way to understand it is cause and effect. And if you heard of cause and effect, and if you didn't, and if you hear it now, it should make sense. Everything that's caused has an effect to it. Everything that was affected has a cause to it. All right? There's no one without the other. You didn't get here just out of the bang, bang, boom. Something that got you here, something that got you something here. You know what I mean? It can go on forever. So cause and effect, that's the simplest way to understand karma. You do something, you've done it for a reason. You're going to get everything you're seeing in your reality is due to something. You know what I mean? And most of the time it's due to you, what you've done, what you believe. Because what you believe is done unto you. So law number 3, law of karma. Every action generates a form of energy that returns to us in like-kind energy. Every action generates a form of energy that returns to us like-kind. So what we sow is what we reap. And that's written down. And some of these things you've heard before and it's kind of self-explanatory, but not so much. So like every action you put out, every intent you have when you're like, if you're walking past somebody and you see somebody you're about to speak to and you want to speak to them, blah, blah, blah. That intention, that little firework that's going off, that Star Wars, I mean, that is what comes from you. So that's the only thing that can come back. You know what I mean? It's like that. It's like that. I'm so mad my last video deleted. That shit was going so fucking perfect. But this is only going to get better. So, when we choose actions that bring us happiness and success to others, the fruit of our karma is happiness and success. And vice versa. When you decide to clown somebody or, poke fun at somebody or play them or diss them or whatever, when you have them intents, you put that energy out there and it don't have no choice but with enough time and space to come back to you with the same intent and to give you the same reality and experience that you gave intentionally to someone else, whether it was intentional or not. That energy comes back. It has to take a certain amount of time and space. You know what I mean? Because only certain things can only happen within certain times and spaces. Like literally. I mean, I hope that makes sense because it's like there's always something happening. There's never not nothing happening within the stars and the celestial beings. Right now we're in a certain type of moon. You know what I mean? And right now we're under a certain sun sign. We're in the month of Sagittarius in December. So you know what I mean? It's like there's energies and entities and celestial energies that dictate and control or allow what can happen in this time and era and what's for it. You know what I mean? And all the seeds that were sown for this season. You know what I mean? So that's what that is. All right. So the first way to apply the law. Today, I will witness the choices I make in each moment. And in the mere witness of these choices, I will bring them to my conscious awareness. I will know the best way to prepare for any moment in the future is to be fully conscious in the present now. You know what I mean? So that's the first way to apply the law, by knowing the best way to prepare your future, to dictate it. I made a video on how to tell the future, which I took down because I started to ramble a lot. Started to sound a little arrogant, which I do have an arrogant side of me, but I don't intend to show. I rather show it in person. But I made a video talking about how to know the future. Is the best way to know the future is to plan it, and the best way to plan your future is by being fully conscious in the present. So that brings us back to when I said, whatever you intend to do, whatever you do, even just for your day. Today today gonna be a positive day, man. I ain't doing nothing. I ain't going. You make a bunch of goals for yourself for that day. You do that, and you're already setting up karma for you to be in a situation to either want to do it again or need to do it again or something like that. Now, I know it may have like a little negative connotation on it, but that's just what it is. It's just black and white. What did you do today, you're more than likely going to do tomorrow, or you're setting yourself up for the next day. So like, do good and set yourself up for good. Do mediocre, continue to get setting yourself up for more mediocrity. Do poor, and poor is coming your way. You know what I mean? So be fully present. Be fully present when you're going to work and you don't want to be there. You know what I mean? It's like, instead of just gritting your teeth, and really change your perspective on it. Say, I don't like feeling like I hate my job. I don't like feeling like I don't want to be here. So I'm actually gonna look at and find the best parts of why I want to be here. Not just the benefits, but like what's just a different perspective I can look at things, and actually that makes me proud that I'm here. And then make that your reality in the right there and here and now, in the current present. And then that's how you change your karma. Well, that's at least how you set up your karma. You know what I mean, for what you want. Just for, as far as reality goes and experiences goes, that's what karma is. It's the reality and the existence of the energies you put out before and that you believe in. So let's go to the next one. Second way to apply the law of karma is, all right, whenever I make a choice, I will ask myself two questions. What are the rewards and what are the consequences of this choice I'm making? And will it bring fulfillment and happiness to me and also to those around me and affected by this choice? All right. That's a way to stay connected to the present moment, by asking yourself what reward or consequence is going to come from this choice. Whether this choice is small, it may have a small consequence or reward, medium choice, so on and so forth. So, or even, some small things can, consequent into big consequences, so on and so forth. You know what I'm trying to say. So by asking that question, you'll be connecting yourself and be grounded to the present moment every time, because you want to know, what am I about to do now, and what could this possibly set up for me and for other people too. And when you live like that, you start to notice that you truly consciously create your own reality. This is another part that I'm just now even thinking about this. Practicing the law and applying the law of karma to your life is literally a way of manifesting, because karma is pretty much letting you know that something's coming in the future for you, for lack of better words. So, and to know that you're in charge of that is with the New Age. People say, people that don't like New Age, people that call people New Agers, you know what I mean? All that manifesting bullshit or whatever. But all the people that understand and know what manifestation is, kudos, you know what I mean? That's what's up. That's just the era we're in. It's just what it is. But that's how you manifest. This is a surefire way to manifest, by actually staying. The number one way to manifest is to be grounded in the present and intended for the future, and then visualize in the present, but visualize for the future. You know what I mean? So like, that's a good way to apply the law. Third way to apply the law, number 3, of karma, I will ask my heart for guidance and be guided by the message of comfortability. All right. I will plunge ahead with abandon if the choice feels uncomfortable. I will pause and see the consequences of my actions with my inner vision. The guidance will enable me to make spontaneous, correct choices for myself and for all those around me. Hmm. I will ask my heart for guidance and be guided by the messages of comfort. So, this is a way to guide and know to like find out where you are. Um, Literally, ask yourself. And I'm gonna say this because I believe, I believe it, and you don't necessarily have to believe it, and don't mean it won't necessarily be true for your reality. But all right, if you drink and smoke or whatever, like I do here and there occasionally, um, I rarely drink, and I would have eventually like to completely eliminate it. But but even smoking, tobacco wraps you put them up in. All right, so these things can lower your vibration depending on what they are. You know what I mean? Weed can either raise or lower your vibration depending on where your vibration is before you smoke and before you ingest the weed or however you do it. So that's a fact. Um, so I'm not saying like don't smoke weed because it's going to lower your vibrations. No, I'm saying smoking weed depending on the caliber of the weed or whatever, and depending where you are as far as your conscious reality goes at that time when you ingest it, you're either raising your vibration for that moment or lowering it. And you'll attract where you vibrate at. So that's why I'm saying that. So I'm also saying this to say that when your vibration is low, you're not that in tune with your feelings, the feelings of your body, and listening to your body and your mind and your spirit, and listening to the inner light and all that good stuff. Listening to your intuition. So just a day, or honestly, even going to sleep, just a night without anything like the night before. If you don't smoke before, if you don't smoke the night before, if you don't drink it, you ain't go to bed a little tipsy or nothing, and going to sleep sober and waking up, I mean, that's usually clears the slate to get you back on an energy of being able to feel what's going on with you internally. Pretty much, I know of the times I've woken up from drinking all night or whatever, and then I tried to like meditate and shit, and it was just real faint. Couldn't really get deep. You know what I mean? I felt, and like I said, it's my belief. So I mean, it could just be my belief. I could have been connecting, but just didn't feel it because of I believe. You know what I mean? Or just know enough to understand and then believe. But yeah, I didn't feel like I could ever get as deep as I do. And even with my classes, I have these my mind body classes. I told y'all. Um, you know, if I drank the night before, if I was super high or drunk and high, whatever, I wake up the next morning, I do my class, my tapping class or whatever, and it just doesn't hit the same. You know what I mean? It doesn't hit the same. It's because my body is still low vibrational, still dealing with what I put inside me, and still trying to find that balance back to the natural me. So it'll just make it a little bit more difficult. That's all I'm saying, to listen to yourself. So when it says, I will ask my heart for guidance and be guided by the messages of comfort, you need to be more in tune with yourself so that you can feel that guidance. Now, sometimes weed is going to help with that. I mean, it's just going to depend. So, but if you don't want to take the chances at all, just, you just don't smoke or whatever, and you'll know for sure, and you'll have that confidence, like, oh, I didn't smoke last night, I didn't smoke this morning, whatever. So I'm really like all me, you know what I mean? And that's how you know you're working on yourself or whatever. You know what I mean? So all that brings, I hope that this brought some enlightenment to you. Like and share this video to anybody who you may think can get some light and insight from this. And that way you'll be setting the law of karma in effect for you just by liking and sharing this video. How about that? So that's the way you can apply the law today. Hit the like button. Thank y'all for subscribing, liking, watching, all that good stuff, and being loyal. I'm a Scorpio, so I love loyalty, and I love that. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you once again. Tune back in tomorrow. I might even do a little later for number 4, the law of least effort. I know I said number 3 is my favorite, the law of karma, because it really teaches, I get to show everybody that it's real, for real, and let alone show them how to use it. But this next, law of least effort, please tune in. I'm doing it right now, actually. See y'all on the next video.